The voices I hear, as I lay in bed, wrapping myself in a fluffy blanket and waiting for the sweet moment of sleep, someone unknown to me starts speaking directly into my ear with a cautious yet insistent voice. The voice is always male, except for once when it was female. I can't express my feelings, it's a mix of fear, panic, and something else. Initially, these were individual words or sets of syllables that made no sense to me. Then it became entire phrases. I started to get used to these voices, but the feeling of fear never went away. I thought of recording and trying to read the words backward, but nothing worked. From the beginning, I told my husband about everything happening to me. I am a rational adult, or so I thought, and so did those around me. I'm 36 years old. Trying to be objective, I decided to see a doctor, just in case I was in the early stages of schizophrenia. The result was that I was normal. The doctor even laughed, saying that crazy people don't come for consultations on their own, and certainly don't claim they're going insane. Tired of it all and of sleepless nights, one night I asked to be left alone, and you won't believe it, they did leave me alone for almost a year. During that time, I often thought about it and talked to informed people, who told me various things. One day, a moment of realization came to me, I don't know how or from where, but I felt that I was ready. That very night, I was told, take the pen. Now, I go to bed with paper and a pen. It's been about a month, I can't say the fear has passed, I still startle and tense up every time. Recently, the voices started warning me about some kind of loss. For the first time, a female voice said, "You will weep." I was terrified. At that moment, I was preparing for a trip to Russia to see my son, who was staying with his grandparents. I feared something might happen to them, but the trouble awaited me at home. My husband called to tell me something was happening with my beloved dog, who was the joy of my soul, a small Pomeranian. When I got home, my husband recounted strange events that had been occurring. Coming home from work, he saw the dog cornered, trembling with fear, and a laundry rack overturned in the middle of the room, though it was usually by the window and had no clothes on it. One might think someone came into our home in our absence, but there are 3 of us, my husband, our young son, and me. And we have only 2 sets of keys, mine and his. On a day off, while sitting at the computer, he heard a prolonged, terrifying yelp from the dog. He ran into the room and saw the dog in the corner again, sitting on her hind legs, batting at something with her paws, shaking, with terrified eyes. He approached her, and she looked at him and then above him. It was eerie. I immediately came home. For days later, the voice reappeared, saying, "Tonight the dog will die." And indeed, she died. This was 5 days ago. I am now in an indescribable state. I am scared. I write out of despair, I don't know what to do, what to think, or how to live with this. According to the vet, the dog died of a heart attack.